Alright YouTube, Nate Dunn back here again, Mississippi Wrenches. So today, this video is going to be interesting. I'm not sure how it's going to really come out. This is just me doing an introduction, but what we're going to wind up doing is, we're going to try to remove this dashboard and try to see if we can go ahead and get the heater core, and while I'm in there, the AC evaporator. Go ahead and replace all that so I don't have to even touch or even do anything else again with this dashboard. But I'm gonna try my best to see what I can do, try to see if I can get some good footage. There's not a lot of videos out there showing how to disassemble the dash, but I'm gonna take the little experience I got from GM vehicles, like tearing the dash and all that stuff off, tearing it apart there. I'm gonna use the knowledge, at least what I got there, to break some stuff, I guess, or break it down. So till then, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started, see what we can get into. And just for the record there, don't do what I do, just watch what I do. If you're going to be getting them trim panels, little trim pieces off, don't use a normal clip tool. Use one of those plastic trim tools. You can get them at AutoZone or probably Walmart over there in the little radio section, but usually those do a lot better than that metal, and that way it protects the trim. So right now, the next thing I'm doing is a shifter, and there are several videos on how to get that shifter out. I did it a little different this time here because I'm just trying to conserve time, and second, I just couldn't get that knob to come up. So instead, I just wound up just taking the whole thing in one kit and caboodle. So I got all four of those bolts that's holding that shifter down to the ground, and unplug the plugs and unplug the shift cable, and you're golden. You're laughing. So next up in this segment here, I'm pretty much getting ready to get the center console loosened up and get it out the way. And with this job here, you really don't need a lot of tools there, because GM has the tendency to have just a bunch of 7s. And so just a quick note on this one here: to remove the center console, what you're going to need is like I said, some 7s up at the front to loosen that up. But then you're going to have to let the seats all the way up. There's two 10 millimeters on the back side of it holding that down. But again, once you get those 10 millimeters out and that front piece up there unbolted with the 7s, you're laughing. Fantastic. And so now we're just going ahead and just starting to just chip away at this dash cover now. Like I said, this dash is, I want to say probably if I really think about it, it's probably 3 layers maybe. So you got the dash cover, then you have the dash exoskeleton, and then you have the evaporator core. And so this is just the stage 1. I'm just trying to explore a little bit and just trying to find all the 7s and some star bits. Like I said, because they will throw some star bits in every now and then. But it's coming along pretty decent though. Like I said, how I keep up with that there, I just put those star bits in that little tray. I call it a little dash compartment, a little high compartment, I guess you can call it that. But like I said, I'm just steady, just chipping away at it though. So now what I'm doing is working my way up to the front part of that dash. There's a little panel. All them GMs got that there. You just pop them off. But in order to get that off there completely, you have to take that A-pillar trim panel off. It's the only way to get that off there. And it's not that bad to get that A-pillar off. See, again, there's some videos on YouTube that show you about the heater core job of this car here, but I guarantee you they're not going to show you this right here. They're not going to show you the process to get there. If anything else, they're going to either start the video where they're already halfway through it, or they're going to just take a few little pictures here and there, or like picture still videos, and they don't really show you the process of what's going on or how to even get to that. But anyway, I move to the driver's side now. And now, like I said again, I'm just knocking down the little knee panel. Still just searching for them 7s. That dashboard is getting very loose at this point in time here. It's getting there. So again, just getting those 7s on the side there. Kind of drop the steering wheel a little bit so that way you can start to kind of work on the gauge cluster. Because there are some bolts. There's some bolts behind there that you're going to have to loosen up to get out the way. And it's kind of odd how they got it set in there too. It was kind of different for me there, but again, that's GM for you. But yeah, just keep on working with it. You'll see in a minute, I'm going to pull the cluster on out soon, and then I can be able to get to them bolts behind it to get that little, I guess what you call it, cluster cover, the cover that's sitting on top of it. I'll be able to get it out the way, and all them other bolts is holding it. And pretty much just keep on rocking with it. So now you see what I mean now. Now it's loose. So got it bumped up loose now. So there we go. I almost got it there. The only thing that kind of tripped me up with this one here was the ignition switch. At this point in time right here, the ignition switch is what really got me. But eventually I wind up just unbolting the ignition switch from the dash cover itself. Then that allowed me to go ahead and just get the dash cover out the way for right now. And so, with that being said, that's stage one. Now you can see the exoskeleton of the dash. This is the second part here. But like I said though, this here is very interesting how you take this out, because you think that you have to remove all these wires here, but you don't. You really don't. The best thing I can tell you on this job is pretty much remove in bulk. So keep everything that you can at least together and just remove it in bulk. You see, for instance, these little plugs over here. That's the main master plug right there, and the airbag plug right there. And it goes all across through here like so, and it'll just run all around the dash there. I think right now I'm showing you the sun loader sensor. And so right now, that's it for now. I'm gonna go ahead and get started to get this thing loose. It took a little minute to get this one loose though, but it's alright though. As long as you stay consistent with it and just keep working with it, you'll get it out. I'm just showing you some grounds here that you just need to watch out for. And then this right here is like the little fuse panel. This over here I'm showing you, it's over there on the far passenger side. There's like a little radio signal sensor there. That's the blower motor. Oh no, my bad, that's the resistor. And then that's another blend door right there as well. And I'm just still showing you, but I will reveal later on in the video. You just have to keep watching. I'll reveal later on a big secret with this here. I was actually working myself harder than I should have, but I will reveal a secret at the end of this, well, kind of toward the end of the video. But that right there is just one of them single bolt fuse panel plugs. I'm not sure what's the best name for that, but yeah, that's the fuse panel pretty much. I'm just giving you an overlay of everything here. So right here, this is gonna be that you're gonna have to remove the steering column. You're gonna have to take it out the way. So that's that little bolt you'll do right there. Then that's another long bolt, a very long bolt that you undo. That way it drops right there. And then you got these other bolts up here. I believe they're about 13s anyway. But you got to remove the steering column. Then this right here is all the airbag and steering wheel components and stuff there. And then you have to remove the brake pedal along with the gas pedal as well too. So you're pretty much gutting out this whole thing here. And so I'm just kind of pointing to you there. Make sure you be aware of those plugs right there. Just make sure you just take note of them plugs. So yeah, we're getting ready to get started soon here. Like I said, again, I'm just trying to show you the best I can. I wish I had my GoPro, otherwise I would have had it on my head there, so I'll be able to show y'all of me taking this off here, so that way you'll figure out which angle you need to have your body at. If my big fat suck can fit up under there, you can too. But yes, that's the steering column removed there. And I'm gonna go ahead and just keep on working with it. I'm getting the gas pedal off next right here with this, followed by the brake pedal, and then I'm sorry, I'm still trying to remember. Yeah, that's all it was. I think I just wound up taking the brake pedal off right now at this point in time. Then took the gas pedal off. Yeah, because that's the gas pedal right there. Gas pedal, gas pedal. Hold up. Stop. Gas pedal. Let me stop. Oh, man. That was about the only part of that song I knew anyway. But right now, I'm just kind of working on them bolts that's at the very front of the firewall. You have to take those loose, and then it should be 6 bolts on the side of that dash skeleton. But then you gotta go up under the hood as well too to get them bolts loose, them 10mm bolts from the evaporator / heater core hose location. But again, there is a secret that I'm going to tell y'all at the end anyway with this. Again, I worked myself too hard with this. My stars. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This is not an easy job. This is not an easy job indeed. The thing that got me hung up really, I wanna say, it was this little bracket piece right here that's holding me up. And then my dumb self, I thought I had all those brackets, the nuts done, but it wasn't. It was one right there that was holding a good bit of it. Plus this thing weighs a ton, but it's out finally. You do not have to, one, remove the airbag. You do not have to remove all these wires. Like I said, there's just quick connects right here and right over here. The main thing is you're going to have to make sure you get all the bolts right here out the way. And unfortunately, that piece right there broke. I don't even know how they expect you to get this on there, but we'll figure something out. I just want to make sure it's not going to leak or nothing. It's some kind of bracket. It may not even affect it, to be honest with you. And I hate that little ignition kind of had a little whoop-de-doo with the ignition. I hope and pray that this thing still works. I hope it does. I'm probably gonna try it out with the key real quick, make sure everything is all tickety-boo with it, but otherwise, we finally made some progress. Oh man. I sure know how to pick my jobs. And I usually don't say a lot of jobs is hard, but take my word on this one here that this job is not for the faint of heart. It's not. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this big box out of here. I got a couple little holes I need to undo up under there. And then we're just gonna just rock on. Put this heater core in and the evaporator in, and we're gonna go ahead and get everything back together. So just the part here I'm gonna show you. Probably not gonna show you me doing it, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you before I take it loose. There's not enough room to have the camera up under here. I want to say it's some bolts that's down there and up under here. See, that's the AC evaporator, and that's the heater core down there. Oh man, and I see that little I see where that heater hose is. Not a lot of room in there, but it's all right though. We're gonna make it do what it do. I'm gonna try to go ahead and get them bolts out the way. That way that box should, in theory, fall out and I can start doing some surgery with it. I don't know if I need to drill it, the holes or whatever I need to do with it there, but we're gonna find out in a minute. So next scene should be, really the next scene, the heater core thing should be out, and it should be me putting it back in and going ahead somehow figuring out how to get all this catastrophe to work. I'm actually gonna go ahead and try this key fob like I said a second ago. Let's see what we got. Till then, I'll catch up with y'all a little later on. There it is, my gutted race car. Oh man, but nah, it's finally out. So I wind up just having to just keep that hose on there because GM decided to put this little hose clamp just like that. Ooh, I'm gonna give some of them GM manufacturers some knuckle sandwich with a side of French fries. But anyway, so now we get into the part here where I'm gonna have to go ahead and split this box here so that way I can get to what I need to get to, the little evaporator. So it's about 7 millimeters right there. I dropped it, but otherwise undo them little 7 millimeters all the way around, and then just take a drill bit to those little I call them pop rivets, little plastic pop rivets. Take those out, then that box will open. Pandora's box. Open sesame. Thank you very much. So I'm gonna just show you, kind of give you the grand tour of things here. So I think that's gonna be your blower motor resistor, along with the fan right here, little squirrel cage, and I believe this here is gonna be, let me see, obviously that's the heater core hoses, the outlets, and that's the AC evaporator. So that's the AC evaporator, that big sun gun right there with the little foam on top. And the offending article, like I say, which I done drilled these things here and right there, drill those out. And I'm gonna go ahead and pop this sun gun off in just a minute. I think I wind up just, there you go, boom. Like magic. That right there is the offending article right there. All this work for this little piece right here. And I can't believe it. It don't look that bad though. Like I said, it don't look bad, but it's bad. Reason I know is I had found that out like I said 3 years ago. But anyway, this is a little quick test, and now you can see it actually leaking right there. So what I did is just put a garden hose right here, just put it right there in that little port, fill it up until you see it come out on the other side. Then you're gonna see if it holds water or not. But obviously, it ain't holding water. So that was the offending article right there. Like I said, all this work for just that little leak there. Ridiculous. And so now, instead, how you put this thing together is you just use some Phillips screws, and there's a little bossing on the other side of it, and you can go ahead and just use that there, and that's going to reattach that. It took me a minute to figure that out there, because I wanted to say, man, how am I going to get this box together once I get it open? But that's how they do it though. GM at least thought that far ahead to put those screws in there. So top tip, if you ever work on one of these heater cores / that there, if you see those screws in there, it's been into before. And what I just like to do, just for extra caution, I use some of Speedo Coat's little fast epoxy glue to cover them holes up, at least at the bottom part of that there, because technically speaking, that box would have been open still. So I just wind up just closing that off just to make sure that everything is all tickety-boo. But yeah, now it's time to go back together with it. So right here with this box, actually I done it wrong and I got it out the wrong way. So how this is really supposed to have been done, that evaporator was supposed to have came out with this exoskeleton here all at the same time. So meaning all these wires I undone with the blend door actuators and all that, I didn't have to undo any of that, not yet at least. And so right there, that box was supposed to have been on that exoskeleton the whole time whenever I took it out the first time. And so that was just my bad, my fault. But now that I know, this is exactly how it's supposed to be now, all together. And now it makes sense. I can actually line that up, and the brackets are all there. Tell you what though, doing it like this though, it sure made it a lot more heavier. It sure made it heavier, but it's all right though. I was able to just manhandle it up there. When in doubt, muscle it out, as I always like to say. Something's gonna happen, either it's gonna break or it's gonna go. But look at that, Hercules. But nah, like I said, right now I'm still just kind of wrestling it in there. And it was hot too. I had to remember that it was hot. It seemed like it was just, that was the hottest part of the days. I decided to just work on it there, just sweating up a storm. But anyway, I'm just getting it knocked out now, and so now I'm finna go ahead and get ready to start putting this thing back together. then one more very important thing here. It was a brake clip I think I just showed you a second ago. Make sure you get that back on there, right here. Make sure you get that back on there. That's very important. So now I'm going ahead, getting the dash cover back on. I got all the got that dash skeleton all bolted down now. So now I'm just going back with it there together. Get the dash cover on. I will not be showing the full like put back together there. Obviously you just do it in reverse, but like I said, this job again, it's not for the faint of hearts. It's doable and it's possible, but it's tough. Well, I ain't gonna say it's tough. It's just a lot of bolts and all that stuff there together. It's just a lot of bolts, but I think what made it tough too is where it was hot in there. So the main thing is, like I said, just take your time with it, and I believe everybody can do this here. But till then, I hope you liked the content though. I hope it wasn't too long for you, and I hope I was able to at least help you out with something there. But till then, like, comment, subscribe, please share the video. I really appreciate your support, and until then, just stay busy and have fun. I kind of somewhat had fun with this one here a little bit, but there it is in all its glory.